Hi, everybody. It's Heather, the Expat Entrepreneur. Welcome. How are you? Today, I have something a little bit different in mind that I want to share with you. I know that you're seeing now the official launch has kicked off for the plan, and the doors have swung wide open. And there are heaps of people out there promoting this thing. And I thought it would be a great time for me to just stop for a second and share with you the full 12 bonuses that I am offering to anybody who joins through me. And I've got the long list. I want to go through all 12 of them and unpack them for you so that you can see firsthand what is included and how it may or may not be of value to you. Because right now, with all these folks out there, there's people who are contacting me saying, Heather, how come there's so many people promoting this thing? What is going on? How come they're being so aggressive? And what I can say to you is with this particular promotion, there's a lot of folks who are able to promote it, because normally we have a situation where a program like this is available and there's like a kind of a smaller group of professional affiliate marketers and people who are promoters who go out and promote it. In this case with the plan, it's different because they decided that any member of the plan is allowed to promote. So that means there are thousands of other people out there too who are trying to talk to folks about it and tell their friends and family and that kind of thing. And the reason why people maybe are being aggressive about it, there's a commission involved, you guys. Everybody stands to earn a commission, whoever would send in a referral who buys. And just so that you know, that doesn't cost you a dime. And that referral, that affiliate commission is being paid to somebody, no matter whose link you click. So don't worry about that. Don't get hung up on that at all. And just know that behind the scenes, this is just a different type of way to advertise. Really, it's what it boils down to. The course creators these days, they've discovered that you can have a much higher success rate of bringing in new people when the right program is being offered to the right audience, especially if it's from a trusted person that they already know. So if you go to somebody who's got a list and they want to promote to their list, you're probably going to have a much higher conversion. And that's why affiliate marketing really exists in the first place, as far as these kind of programs go. And it's just something that people do maybe instead of or in addition to advertising. So that's where the money comes from for it, and that's why it happens out there. And there are the biggest dogs in affiliate marketing out in full force for this one, because it's so popular. And that's the other thing. A lot of times the courses that we promote are specific, right? They're like, you know, how to create a quiz funnel, or how to start up an Amazon business, or how to sell wholesale on Amazon, or something like that, that's really specific, and it would only appeal to a very specific segment of the market. On the other hand, with crypto, with finding a way to actually legitimately earn passive income, this appeals to everybody, right? Like, do you know anybody who wouldn't like to earn more money, especially if it's passively? So that's why anybody with a list is out trying to give it a go and see what'll happen, because sooner or later, the vast majority of the people who actively invest in any type of asset will eventually find their way into crypto. And better that they find their way through these routes and through the plan with Dan Hollings, because it's legit, you guys, and it really works. There are a lot of scams out there in crypto that I'm sure that you've heard about or seen some of, and this is not one of them. This is a great, great program that myself and so many others are very, very comfortable endorsing. So on that note, I just want to tell you a little bit about my bonuses too. They are what I keep calling and writing zero fluff. They are real value bonuses. And what I mean by that is that every single one of them, and I now have 12, I had 9 for the last go. And as I went through and had more than 150 people I took through this last time, and took my bonuses through a beta, if you will, I can see firsthand what is working, what can be better, what do I need to add to this. And that's when I came up with 3 more killer bonuses that are they're amazing, and you'll see in a second when I go through them and start rambling them off. But they are zero fluff, and I just wanted to key on that for a minute and say to you that when people create their value stack, which is their bonus stack, a lot of times you'll see in other programs, not necessarily this one, they throw everything in there in the kitchen sink and all this stuff to one after the other, and there's so many, and the problem is a lot of times though every one of those bonuses is not what the person needs at that moment in their journey. And it can literally be a shiny object and something that's going to take them off track. And I'll just give you a quick example of that. And that would be if you were going to be somebody who's starting an Amazon business, for example, you're going to start private label, put your brand on a product, and you're going to put it into FBA and Amazon and start selling it through this mechanism, through this vehicle. There's a lot you're going to need to go through in addition to the original entry-level course that's going to teach you just like a university degree worth of information. And if you are in those early stages, getting a bonus, let's say, for example, that's going to teach you about how to drive traffic is something you'll need, but it's not something you need in the beginning. So, and that's just an idea, an inkling for you to understand why sometimes the bonuses you see in offered in various programs are not quite as valuable as they appear to be. And so with mine, Zero Fluff, there's nothing in there that is going to take you off track, that is going to waste your time, or that is going to just be a shiny object for you or divert your attention in any way. Every single one of them is designed to get you from where you are right now to get you up and running as quickly as possible so that you can start making that passive income off of your bots as fast as you can. Because the biggest risk, I always say, that people face when you buy the program and you get in is letting your momentum dwindle down and getting stuck with the setup, with the tech, with silly little things that are so easy to overcome. And I'm not trying to belittle it or say that it shouldn't be hard, because for you, if you're having difficulty with some of the tech issues, sometimes we do, but sometimes we get stopped and stuck on little things that are very easy to actually surpass if you've got the right tools and support and on your side to do that. So that's where I wanted to step in and help people to get from wherever you are, whether zero knowledge about crypto or anything, or maybe you've got a little bit already, over this bridge and bridge the gap to where you've got your bots up and operating and they're actually producing, generating passive income for you. That's where I see my job. So, and for me, it is a job actually. And that's the other thing why whenever I'm talking about my bonuses I'm always saying they're the best. They're the best bonuses that exist for the plan right now that I'm aware of. And I can honestly, genuinely say that to you because the reason is I have made this my full-time job. And I've created these bonuses. It took a lot to do that. And it takes a lot to deliver on them as well, because they're not just finished and handed over to you. There's a lot of ongoing support that comes into play here. And the reason why I'm able to do that is because I decided that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put everything else aside and I'm just going to focus on this. So while there's other affiliates out there who some have come out of retirement from their luxury villas in the Caribbean to promote this, other people are taking a break from their Amazon building business where they help sellers create businesses and better brands, or, took a break from promoting other products, whatever the case may be. The vast majority of folks, when you're in session 2 and in session 3 and going through the trenches in it, they're going to be gone back to their day job, their regular business and whatnot, which is fine, right? I mean, I don't begrudge anybody. If I was in a position where I had a big list and I could just swoop in and do a quick promotion and make a big stack of cash, I would try it too. And I bet you would as well. Why not? Especially when the program itself is something that is going to help so many people and change their financial lives. So I really don't begrudge anybody, but I just want to point that out to you that that's the reason why I can say that with such honesty and sincerity, because I'll be there for you. The people that I've just finished bringing through, and there were 150 people. I've got some amazing results with these folks and people who are going to actually step in a little while just to tell you what their experience has been and how they feel the support and the bonuses helped them, so that you can hear it directly from them. But on that note, let me just go ahead and start taking them off one by one, because we got a dozen to go through. And I'm just checking a list here in case you're wondering what I'm looking down at. And oh yeah, one thing before I do, a lot of people ask me, does the link matter? Does it matter whose link I choose to click on? And I just want to say to you, yes and no. It doesn't matter insofar as no matter whose link you click, you are going to get access, the same exact access to the plan, to the platform, the members portal, to all the training, to the answer desk sessions, and anything else that is mentioned from Dan or Rapid Crush. It doesn't matter whose link you click. You will also get the ability to choose whichever payment plan you want. So it can be the one payment of the 3,497 or 4 payments of $1,000. Pardon me. And either way, it doesn't matter whose link you click. What does matter is whose link you click is what level of support you want to get after the fact. And you'll see based on these this stack here, what you can expect from me and what will be delivered to you immediately and ongoing. Yeah, so let me start with my real value bonus, number 1. And that is, it's a real cool one. It is a breakdown of a wicked good bot trade that I set up where it did $6,000 in 6 days. Like, it was amazing. It was so exciting. And it carried on long after that as well. But I'll take you inside that trade, that bot, and I'll show you what the coin pairing was, what the settings were, how I found that opportunity in the first place, and then what information I used to decide to move forward on it. So that'll be super helpful. I got a cat meowing at me here, and in case you could hear it, you're wondering. So the second real value bonus that I'm offering is a really good one, and it's brand new. I just created it a couple of weeks ago out of the Facebook group that we're in right now with all my people. Because in that group, and by the way, the Facebook group, it's a little spoiler alert, is the bonus number 12. But the Facebook group is amazing, you guys. It's full of people who are so helpful and really, really engaged. They're really chiming in whenever somebody has a question, or they would ask it, and people chime in and try and answer it as well. Which is great to see, right? Because you've got a whole community in there with you. And what I found was, as we were all going through it, and getting our bots set up at different stages and whatnot, people are in different positions and things are happening in the market, and people are asking, what are you doing right now? Are you going to change your bot? Are you going to regrid it? Are you going to close it? Like, what are you going to do? And I realized that, you know what? None of us had our own plan. We've been through the plan and we learned it and we're implementing it, but we don't have our own plan. So real value bonus number 2 is called plan your trade, trade your plan. And it is, I believe it's essential. And the whole point of it is that it took me a while to put this one together. I'll tell you, I thought I was going to whip it out in no time, and it wasn't the case at all, because I had to go through each session again and pick out the little pieces, that the criteria that we need to know in order to consider, am I going to make this move right now or not? And when Dan makes his recommendations, if this and this are in place, then you can look at considering doing this and this. And I had to get that all together so that you have this reference to use. And the whole point of it is that you plan out your trade in the beginning, when you have a clear head, when you're not emotionally involved, when it's not hitting the fan or whatever. When those are times when we tend to make the wrong decisions, don't we, quickly, and we do a knee-jerk reaction. So it's getting everything down on paper so that you know in advance, when this happens, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I've already decided I'm going to do. And it's an amazing tool that just relieves so much pressure, if you ever experience that, of wondering what to do, what the decision to make in the moment. So anyway, it's a good one, believe me. Real value bonus number 3 is cool as well. It is an expat's guide to taking your crypto bot trading, investing offshore. And I just want to say, and I should have said this in the very beginning too, I'm not a licensed professional. I'm not giving anybody investment advice, tax advice, financial advice, any advice. I'm not licensed or authorized to give advice about anything, quite frankly. This is just my individual experience and what I've gone through. And that's the same thing I tell people when I do my videos about where I'm at in my account with the whole crypto trading journey. Just sharing my experience with you and letting you know. And that's the same thing with this one. And being a 20-year expat, I've had several international businesses that I've started, operated, and sold even, that I have set up in various entities in different countries for various reasons, and mostly to look at getting the best preferential tax treatment I can legally. So I know a few things. and most of it, think of this in terms of like a fireside chat with a buddy, that it's like, oh, you're going to do that? Well, I've done this before, so let me just give you a few pointers. That's kind of what this is going to be. And believe me, if you are somebody who is considering creating an entity to run your crypto investing through, or if you're thinking about trying to take it offshore, I'm certain that this would assist you in making some decisions quicker that are going to enable you to get going faster, right? And get it set up. Because a lot of times it's the thinking it and thinking out, well, the strategy, the chess scenario, how is this going to affect that if I do it this way and if I do it that way? And so anyway, it can save you some time. So moving on, real value bonus number 4 is the tax tracking software. And it's something that I think we're all going to need, because the beauty of the whole system, the CryptoBots trading system, is that there's so many transactions taking place daily. And when you think about those adding up all throughout the year, there's a lot that needs to be done electronically. Nobody is in a position where we're going to be able to do that manually. So this software, you get 10% off, and basically it's going to take care of all of that for you. So it's a great resource to have. Real value bonus number 5 is excellent. It is 4 Q&A calls that we're going to have. We're going to have Zoom calls. And I just want to make a differentiator here, because there is something called the answer desk that you get with the plan as well, where Dan's team, a couple of the people from the team, will actually go on a Zoom call and answer pre-submitted questions. And these are excellent sessions. And they always focus on the current place that they're at in the trading, which is brilliant, because that's where everybody is in that moment in time, and they're not jumping ahead to advanced strategies. So if you are keeping up with the training and actually moving along with it, they'll be super valuable for you, because there's going to be other people who are having, maybe similar questions, or maybe they're a little bit ahead and they've got a different question you haven't thought of yet. But it's oftentimes very, very helpful to hear other people going through the same thing that you're going through. And maybe they've got a question that you've had as well that's being answered. So you're going to get that regardless. These 4 Q&A sessions are going to be much more intimate. They're going to be, we had a ton of people on, which was great to see. You can unmute your mic, you can type in the chat, you can have a conversation, ask a question, you can pre-submit your questions, whatever you need. And that's the whole point. And I said, I wanted them to be about an hour, and none of them were. They were all well over that by nearly double, I think, every time. And that's fine, because I'm just happy to be able to, facilitate this and help people to fill in those gaps of information that you need when you need them. So yeah, that is number 5. So number 6 is 30 days support from me. And I've actually removed the 30 days from the written bonuses, the written whatever register of them, because I'm not cutting you off. I mean, I've got, and your questions are eventually going to subside, aren't they? So, because you're going to get through and you're going to get to a certain point where you no longer need to know about this, that, and the other. So you get it as long as you want it. Email me whenever you want. Text me whenever you want. I will reply. And I know that you do get support from Rapid Crush and from Dan's team when you join the plan, and it's great. And the people are experienced in this strategy, in this system, in all of, I don't know about all Dan's phases, but certainly in the phase 1, and they can answer great questions. I know there was a little challenge at one point with the timing of it. There were a lot more support tickets put in than maybe were anticipated, but they do still get back to you, and they do a great job. They really do. And for me, I just want to be somebody who is a much more accessible, quicker resource for you to reach out to in the moment and get a reply really, really quickly. So that's there for you. And the next one, I've lost count now, I think we're on number 7, if I'm not mistaken, is, this is a really good one. So, and this has taken some time too to put together, and this is brand new. This is number 7, and this is going to be the top takeaways from every single session. So you're going to have like a Cliff Notes version of the entire plan synthesized down into the most important, relevant bits about the training that you can quickly reference to. And this is going to be like a PDF. It's going to be readable. So you can just quickly get in there and thumb through and find what you need fast. Because that was one of the things that was a challenge for me. I came up many, many times where I needed like one tidbit of information. 30 seconds, I know it was on the video, or maybe it was in 1 minute and a half. But man, to try and find it in that 2.5 hour video was like, oh, it was right. So this is going to be a resource that you can just quickly go to. And in fact, it may even have some kind of a link to the place and time in the actual training itself too, so that you've got that as well. So that is going to be great. Number 8, real value bonus number 8 is going to be view only access to my BitsGap account. So you're going to get that for 30 days, and you're going to be able to pop in whenever you like and have a look around, see what's going on in there, and see all the activity on all of my live bots. And actually the demo bots show up too, I've just noticed as well. So that's all on there as well. You can check the settings. You can see what's happening with the values and how they're going as far as what's going on in the market. It can be really helpful to see a seasoned account that has multiple bots operating, to see how they're reacting when certain things are going on in the market. Because when this just recently, I'm not sure when you're going to watch this video, but just recently there was about 10 days where we had a real down market, and it's still a bit down. It's still slowly working its way back up. But that's a sea of red for a lot of days in a row, and it can get to people. So this is a really good way to have a look and see, well, you know what? Doesn't really matter that much, because even though you've got some red there and the values are down, some of the values are down, take a look at still what the bot profit is, how much money is still shoveling into my balance every day, every week, every month. And that takes the edge off of that bid. It's like, it doesn't even matter. So I'm kind of digressing a bit, but it's a great thing to have access to, believe me. And by the way, I'm also going to be adding funds and putting on new bots during the 6 weeks if it is 6 weeks that you're going to be going through the plan. So you'll actually see new money coming in, new capital coming in, and new bots being constructed, which is really, really helpful. Real value bonus number 9, I believe it is the templates. And I've gone ahead and put together several templates for you so that you don't have to. You can just quickly take them over in the PDF, or you can take the Google Doc link and copy it to your hard drive so that you can customize the templates as much as you want. And you can use my template as your template and then make it into whatever you want it to be. And these are awesome. There's a template there for your personal information and for your keys and your passwords and that kind of thing. But the really important one is the trade tracker, which has a whole bunch of criteria that we're going to keep track of for when you put a trade on and what's going on at that point to when you take the trade off, and what the conditions were then. And of course, the end is, how did it result? What kind of profit did you see? And this can be super helpful when you're reflecting back and you want to look back on what's going on and what happened in your trade, in your account. Real value bonus number 10, and I love this one, and it was so popular, and that is to watch a bot being constructed. And it's not that you're not going to see this in the plan, in the training with Dan, you will. But the thing is when you see it with Dan, he's also teaching you at that moment too. And you're like, oh, and you're thinking about this and you're thinking about that. And he's just said this and you're thinking, and then you watch it and then you go to do it yourself later and you're lost. Most of us anyway, because your brain was concentrating on so many other things. And then so for you to go back and watch that same thing again, it's a chunk of time. It's like, I don't know, a section of the video or whatever. And this is going to be a quick hit video where you can pop in and you can watch from step 1 to step 7 or 8 or however many steps there are. There's not that many. Exactly what you need to do to put your bot on. And boom, you're done. You can pause it. You can do it right alongside whatever you need. And it's something that really can be super, super helpful. So there's that one. This actually goes right into the next real value bonus number 11, which is 11 to watch, or it's actually going to be an on-demand how-to library. So in the plan, there's a whole section there that's called additional resources, where they've done tiny little videos to show you If you've chosen Binance as your exchange company, how do you onboard money into Binance? How do you connect Binance to your Bitscap account? How do you set up that API? Those kind of things, these kind of technical things that are like, huh? And so if you did a different exchange, then you go find that one and you watch that little video. And it can be a huge time saver because you don't have to find this information out yourself. It's all there for you. And at the same time, there's a whole bunch of little things that we need to do throughout the managing of our account that it's a similar situation. And I'm creating this library of how-to videos so that you can go when it's the middle of the night and you finally decided I am putting that bot on, but oh, I need USDT and I don't have any. I've only got BTC. What do I do now? Then you just go to this library, you find that video, off you go, and you're done. Boom, boom, boom. So this is what it's meant to do, is just hurry up and speed you along with the right information you need at the right time so that you can keep moving through and be on your way. So, and that'll lead me to real value bonus number 12, which is the Facebook group. And I'll just start by saying, if you're not a Facebook person, don't worry. I've got a handful of folks who are not already in this last intake, and I have another way that I can deliver all the bonuses to you, so you will not miss a thing other than the great camaraderie that we have in the group. And if you're not a Facebook person, I would actually strongly advise you just make up an account just to come into this group only. You don't have to go on to the whole thing of Facebook and be a whole part of that if you don't want to. You could literally just have an account just for this group because it's so valuable, you guys. There's so much information that's coming and going every day. And with the volume of members that we have in there, and with this new intake as well, it's just going to be spectacular. So I'll let you know. What I've done is I've created a brand new Facebook group for you and for all the new people who are going to come in right now. And the reason for that is because right now in the existing group that we have, there's a whole bunch of like what would be advanced content, advanced information being talked about now, because we've already gone through all those 6 phases, these folks. Whereas for you, you're going to need to start at that same point that they did a couple months ago and work your way through. And as soon as you get through a certain level of the training, a certain part of the course, you will be invited to go into the alumni group. And by the way, we are the merry band of crypto traders. If you decide to enroll through me and be part of this Facebook group, you will also be a member of the merry band of crypto traders. And we have a lot of fun, you guys. This is great. And like I say, it's just a real camaraderie feel to the whole thing. And you will be invited to join the alumni group as soon as we get to the level of training where your knowledge, where you're not going to be taken off track. Because that's the thing right now, if you were in that advanced group, it would not be the right thing for you. It would be confusing and complicated, and you would be starting to look further down the road than you should right now, because right now you need this followed by that, and with this coming next. And that's what you need. And as soon as you get there, then you can take the gloves off and go and do, whichever direction for this thing you want to do. But in the beginning, it's better to just keep it all tight and do. So that's what we're going to try and do. That's what we are going to do. And I will say that the Facebook group has been one of the most popular bonuses of all of them. Hi, sweetheart. And people are loving it. So, and I've got some folks who want to talk to you a little bit about it and share their opinion and what they thought of the group, of the bonuses, of the plan, of the support, all of it. So you can see that and make your own decisions. So let me just quickly run through again all of those bonuses so that you know you will have the $6,000 in 6 days breakdown of that trade. There's going to be the plan your trade, train your plan template for you to fill out. There's the expat's guide to potentially taking your crypto trading offshore. There is the tax tracking software, which I cannot say quickly. There is the Q&A calls. We're going to have 4 of them at the minimum. Probably there'll be an extra one added in there at least. You're going to have complete access to me via email and texting. And there's other ways too, other social media apps if you want to use them that we can use as well. So you can know that you can reach out whenever you want to. There is also the top takeaways from every single session. So all the critical, super important information that you need to know at any given time will be there for you. Boom, fast, easy for you to find. There is the view only access to my Bitsgap account. So you can see my whole account and what's going on in there. There's also the templates that you're going to get. There is watching a bot being constructed from start to finish so that you can see that thing. And we do it for an SBot and a HODLbot. So I might get a little ahead of myself there by telling you that, but we'll do both. There's also going to be the on-demand library of how-to videos so that when you need to know how do I do this one little thing that's going to take you 2 minutes to do, but it's going to take you an hour to find in the other information, I got it for you. I've got it covered here quickly for you to find and watch on the drop of a dime. And then of course, there's also the Facebook group. So those are the 12 real value bonuses that, in my opinion, are the absolute best bonuses that exist for the plan at this moment in time. And so if you do decide that you want to join the plan, which I strongly endorse, I think I've pretty much made that clear. I would highly recommend and invite you to join through me and let me help you to get from where you are now to up and running as quickly as you possibly can be and bridge that gap for you so that we can do that together and get you there quickly. So on that note, let me go ahead and pass the baton over here to these other folks who want to say a few words to you. And I'll just say in closing that it would be my sincere pleasure to help guide you. And thank you as well for watching my videos and subscribing and liking them. It means a lot to me, and I'm really glad that the information that I'm putting out there is of value and help to somebody. That's my hope and point about all of it. So thank you again for all of that. And I sincerely hope to be seeing you on my roster. So on that note, do reach out if you have any questions in the meantime too. My support, my reaching out to me on the text or the email starts right now. You don't even have to have bought in yet. If you need help with something or a question, let me know. I got your back. So thank you very much, everybody. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
If I was going to tell anyone to get into crypto in this crazy market, in this crazy world, it's the plan or it's nothing. Right?
Working with Heather, she is extremely knowledgeable and helpful, and her bonuses when you sign up are amazing.
But Heather, it's incredible. You know, Heather's bonuses are a must when you're going to take up on Dan Hollings' The Plan.
Those two components, the plan and Heather Farrell with her marvelous boni that she provides, made me gain my first relevant profit within the crypto space.
Heather, thank you so much. All your support, Q&As and all the other goodies that you are handing out to people couldn't be any better. Heather, keep going, and thanks tremendously for your help and support.
I was originally signed up under somebody else, and I made the switch to work with Heather, and I definitely do not regret it.
And signing up under Heather, she offers a number of bonuses, Facebook group, which I think is essential.
What I also appreciate about Heather is how genuine she is, and she continues to provide value.
Her Facebook group is probably one of the biggest assets.
Deep appreciation to Heather. It's all because of her that I'm actually able to be in the plan right now. Fantastic. She was so dedicated. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful because, yeah, it's only a month that I'm in and it's beyond my expectation.
It is absolutely helpful to have a real sympathetic person on your side who is there for you for any questions about the content of the course, the plan, and provides an exclusive Facebook group you can attend where nice people share their experience as well.
Heather's bonuses really gives you an extra edge, you know, and it also gives you that extra confidence.
This opportunity is too good not to share, so I encourage you all to go for it.
The best bonus, in my opinion, is the Facebook group. You're going to want to talk to people going along that same journey, and that's really what this group is for. And there's a number of other bonuses too, which you definitely should check out, but it's that group, and you're going to go on a journey, and you're going to be learning a lot of information with each other. It's going to be great. So no regrets. No regrets. Get in.
I highly recommend getting the plan and getting into Heather Farrell's trading community. So cheers to all fellow traders.